All right. Good morning, everybody. Back again. Happy to see you all. Today, I do not have coffee on this, the final video of unicellular organisms. I have good old H2O. So I think where we left off, we're going to go back to the PowerPoint. So make sure you have your PowerPoint open. You can either follow along or take a look at this one. But we're on to looking at the structures that help the single-celled organisms to be able to interact with the environment. We talked about eye spots. Eye spots are found in a number of unicellular organisms, but the one classic one is the euglena. So the euglena has these eye spots, which are kind of like light detectors. They help the euglena to seek out light, and then it enables them to conduct photosynthesis. Another special structure is something called a contractile vacuole. So a contractile vacuole is a special structure that basically regulates the amount of water inside a unicellular organism. So the contractile vacuole, if you think about its name, and if you remembered the videos that you watched on YouTube, those were those structures that seemed to be almost beating like a miniature heart. Well, it wasn't an organ like a heart, but it was an organelle whose job is to collect the water, push it out, collect the water, push it out. And water control is very important in all living things. And we'll take a look at that when we study the cell membrane and how things pass in and out through a cell membrane. Some of the other ones that are maybe a little bit less pronounced, but interesting structures that help the unicellular organisms to survive and to conduct all the 7 processes of living things are things like a pellicle. So some of them, like the euglena, have this firm but flexible covering surrounding the cell membrane. It gives it some stability and structure, protection. It's kind of like a cell wall in plant cells. Other living things like the paramecium have double nuclei, a macronucleus that's responsible for regulating all the functions in the cell, and a micronucleus whose job is to exchange genetic material during reproduction. So micronuclei are kind of like the nucleolus in a regular cell's nucleus. So the micronucleus, micro, smaller, macro, just think Big Mac. And whoops, what is going on? What is going on? Okay. And this is a grilled cheese sandwich. Oh, getting hungry for lunch. Grilled cheese sandwich, one of my favorites. I don't know what's that. Who stuck that in there? It was you, Cody, wasn't it? When I wasn't looking, Cody, was that you? Hey, hey. It's either Cody or Jalen. One of you guys. Maybe Brennan. Brennan. Yeah. It was Brennan. It was Brennan. That's got nothing to do with the lesson. Absolutely nothing. Okay, some other special structures that we've seen in these living things. The gullet. So the gullet is basically a cavity or a container. You can think of it as kind of like a little treasure chest that becomes a food vacuole. Okay, so they're both involved in helping unicellular organisms like the paramecium to digest other unicellular organisms, which I'm sure you enjoyed in those wonderful slideshows. Now, on to the assignment. Now, there's a single page assignment worth 40 marks that's on your Google Classroom right now. That's the one I want you to do today. The other assignment that can help you is the one that I'm going to post in about a day or two, and it's from the textbook that we use, pages 34 and 37, Understanding Concepts. Okay, you're going to do that one when it comes up. I'm going to post it as a separate assignment because it helps to be able to yeah, keep track of the marks on Google Classroom. So for this last little section here, I hope that you remembered what our learning goals were from the very start. We want to know the structures, we want to know the names and the identities, the visually of unicellular organisms. We want to know how they get food, we want to know how they move, and are there those special structures, and which organisms have those special structures. So there was a lot packed into today's lesson. There were quite a few videos. Soak it in. You're going to have the PowerPoint to go back and refer to for today's assignment. Some of the information does come from the YouTube videos. So if you don't watch them all, at least watch part of them and enjoy that stuff. So I hope you have a good day today. Thank you for listening. And I'm going to leave you with a little bit of this. The song that single-celled organisms play. The song of every single-celled organism. One is the loneliest number. Anyways, that's it for today, kids. Have a great day. Send me back those assignments. You're doing great.